Hello and welcome to the Gaggle, where we challenge and, if necessary, destroy media narratives. Today we're doing a bit of a different video. I'm joined here by my co-founders, George and Peter. And today we just wanted to make a video to say thank you for everyone who supported the channel so far. We're very grateful for the support we have received and for the subscriptions that we've received so far. But we just wanted to talk a little bit about the goals, where we are now and what we want to become. So Peter, if you'd like to elaborate on this.
The origins of all of this go back to, George, you can correct me, I think it was you and I were talking about this at the end of July, beginning of August, because both of us were stuck in our apartments, okay? And everybody knows I like to talk, but I like to hear divergent points of view. And it's a real oddity for a lot of people that know me pretty well, is that I have a lot of progressive friends. It's because I learn a lot from them, and I hope they learn something from me. And it's not as politically charged, or I should say not as emotionally charged. And I think it's really helpful. And what I want to do is, in this time of where people are so divided and really mean-spirited, I really want to get away from that, okay? I think you can strongly disagree with someone without getting angry or accusing them or trying to destroy their character. You know, we've gone down this path so far that I want to tell everybody that there is a way out, okay? And what I also like is just having viewers come back and say, it was a good video, why don't you do this? I didn't like that, where did you come up with that idea? And things like that. And I think it broadens the discussion, because two narratives can be right at the same time. And we need to be able to explain that to viewers without everyone getting their hair on fire.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the point of this channel. The point of this channel is to have a safe space of open discussion for viewers of all opinions to come on and not feel attacked or ashamed by what they have to say, but also potentially learn something from people who don't agree with them. That's the main point, and why we want to have such different varieties of people on our show. And George, in regards to the content, what would you like to add for how far we've come so far?
Well, I think what we're trying to do is explore a range of issues and a kind of a range of issues that are not sufficiently covered. Well, needless to say, they're not terribly well covered in the mainstream media, but they're not terribly well covered in the alternative media. So we have focused a great deal on international affairs, various geopolitical issues, geopolitical crises that really are not terribly well covered in the alternative media. Alternative media do certain things really well, but they don't do foreign policy terribly well. So I think we're addressing that kind of lacuna in today's digital age. What I also think is important is that there should be some kind of interactive dialogue between us and the people, the subscribers.
Yes.
The people, sort of, people can raise with us what issues they would like to cover. And I think that would be good. It's something that we would learn a great deal from. What issues are taking place now that we just simply have neglected, and therefore that would help us. And again, suggestions for guests, because we invite our guests, we know people, and so. But we're always open to new guests and new ideas for participants in this dialogue. So I do want this to become a kind of an interactive forum, so that people make suggestions, and then we would act on them.
Yeah, but George, hang on. George talked about ideas and issues, and I really want to be clear. I think this is what we want to devote our energy and time to. I call myself a conservative, and I'm very proud of it. But as far as I can tell, knowing the both of you, that we're not devotees of individuals. Okay, I mean, I like ideas, and so I don't. It's really easy to make a mark by being hyper partisan and dismissing your ideological foes by destroying their character and all that. I want nothing to do with that. Okay. Having said that, though, public figures, because they're in the public, they can be criticized, and all of us have our own sense of humor and like to apply it. Okay, but this is not going to be the Trump channel, the anti-Trump channel. It's not going to be the Putin channel. It's not going to be the Bojo channel. I'm not interested in those things. I'm not interested in those things at all. All right, and I think that is an impediment to having a good discussion here. And to echo what you've both said so far, is that I really would like to know what people think, because our ultimate goal is to do live shows, and that's what we're working towards. And Kira, you want to develop that a little bit?
Yeah, I just want to jump in and elaborate on what George was saying, is that we would love if you guys at home write in the comments below your ideas, what you'd like to hear more of, what you're not as interested in hearing about. So to give us a bit of guidance, because we're creating the shows essentially to open discussion and essentially to be released onto the platform to encourage you guys to also think about these things alongside us. So it would be great if any of you watching this would just pop into the comments, write down what you'd like us to discuss. We read all the comments. Any guests you'd like us particularly to reach out to, and we'll do our best to facilitate this within the next few weeks. Because ultimately, as Peter was saying, what we aim to do is have live discussions where you guys will be able to engage with us, to ask us questions, to engage with the topics that we discuss, and we'll have a collective debate in the, I hope, most productive sense of the word, not like last night's debate, for example. That is our ultimate goal here. So please do keep following us. Please do subscribe. Please share. Spread the words. The Gaggle is here. Just come at us with comments, because we do want to engage with our audience more, and we do read all the comments, and would really like to have more engagement from you guys. To say that.
Like, share, subscribe.
We are kind of, we have an independent perspective. We're not in any ideological cubbyhole. We address issues as we see them. We like to think that we have a fresh, interesting, original perspective. But we are not partisans of any particular faction. We're not partisans of the Kremlin. We're not partisans of Boris Johnson, Angela Merkel, Donald Trump. We call them as we see them, and we address issues as we see them.
And we don't always agree ourselves on topics, do we? So thank you all for listening. Let's keep going strong. Very excited to hear from you very soon, and we look forward to proceeding with these comments. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.